is good, and I heard it works for a lot of people and stuff. So that's what I'm going to be carrying in this kit. Also, so here's where it talks. Also, TENS, so transcutaneous electrical nerve stimulation, apparently helps. I don't know much about that stuff, but I may do a video later on when continuing that series, because I did purchase one. They can be purchased. It's just I didn't have much time to play with it and do all the research yet with it. But for it seems to me like for pain control that could be pretty good, because most of those machines basically works with AA battery. So if you have a way to recharge your battery, that means you have almost, if like the TANS works that great, you have again a multi-use thing, things for pain and also for rehabilitation. So if you have someone that breaks their legs or uh, injure themselves or break their arm or something, you could do physio with them with that machine. So depending on how you use it, so that I'm still investigating and reading about it, because again I'm not trained in the use of that, but it was not very expensive, and it looks like, and it's pretty compact, so it could make a good use for that kind of stuff. Like I was saying here, raspberry tea, pretty good. And acupressure. Um, so what's the difference between acupuncture and acupressure? Well, it's in the title. They both have acu, but one is puncture, so that means using needle. Pressure is by points. So basically, you take a point and you kind of massage it in a certain thing, and some people say it works great. So which brings me back to the next point. In your training, one and I had those in the past, and not many people talk about those. There is some class about a technique called Shiatsu, which is a Japanese way of doing massage. It works a little bit, as you can see here, like acupuncture, as it follows like the meridians and stuff, but the massage is very different than typical massage that we get. Like I said, there's a few clinics here, and I did get a few of them, and it's amazing. It really works good for me. So it would be a thing that you could, because it could be easy to learn. And again, not learning the whole thing, but like things about menstrual headaches and things, and how to do a massage for that kind of stuff, and maybe even have like a weekend session with your partner, or for yourself, to how to do massage, because that could be a good way to prevent pills. Because like for example, if I my shoulder, if I carry big bags and stuff, you can get very tense. No pills will take care of that. You need to be able to release the tension of the muscles, and also will decrease the risk of injury. So having a way of doing massage, and Shiatsu seems to be a good one because of that, because you not only relaxing massage, but you're kind of creating some points that are associated with like nausea and things like that. Check it out. Like I said, I personally got a few massage, and it always worked good for me and release a lot of things. So, and in the literature, Shiatsu didn't really come out, but there is some good literature on acupuncture, showing some release and some disease and things like that in the Western medicine now. So Shiatsu could be your middle ground, because obviously to learn how to do acupuncture is harder, but Shiatsu could be kind of this, you're not doing needles and dangerous things, but you're going into the massage and kind of almost simulating almost the same points. Again, it's not just like, but in self-reliance medicine, sadly, a lot of things is kind of improvised. It's not like the real thing, but if we can get as close, is better than nothing. So. Pelvic inflammatory disease, PID, so it's an infection of the female reproductive organs. They get like very severe abdominal pain, and it kind of creates a lot of symptoms. So that one's one that you may have to stay have like high suspicion of it. UTI most likely will be a big one, especially in an environment where hygiene won't be as easy, or even having to have like bowel movement, something on the run. Don't clean yourself as well, you're in the middle of the woods and things like that. So UTI and reinfection. So you can prevent, there's a few things that you can do. For example, when you wipe from front to back, drink a lot of water, choose showers over baths. Stay away from feminine hygiene, cleanse your genitals area before sex, urinate after sex. So little things like this that can help. I know that sometimes they recommend also drinking cranberry juice and stuff, so because it has to do with the acidity. Because depending of the pH balance of in the vagina and all in the area there, is that it can create either a bad for increasing having infection, so bacteria can grow easier and stuff, or decrease it because if it's more acid and stuff. So this is where cranberry juice works. But cranberry, once you have the infection, doesn't work as good or doesn't work at all, because the purpose is to decrease that balance. So that the bacteria doesn't have something to grow, and then you cannot have it. But once you have it, it's to get rid of it of some sort. So that's where like either antibiotic would be useful, but some of them even will have chronic UTIs, and then the antibiotic don't work as good. So the some people, what they'll have, there's non-medicinal issue that you can have as well. So in general, STD symptoms, painful urination, lower abdominal pain, vaginal discharge, flu-like symptoms, and all that kind of stuff. Just to be aware of it, if you see that kind of stuff, and maybe there's an STD, especially if you have someone that came from whatever, like that you're helping or something, that could be one of the cause of the symptom. In some STD, they'll be dormant, so you have it, but until there's a period of stress or something, they won't come out and they're okay. But then suddenly, if you're in a survival situation, stress can bring your STD back, and so there's some STD that works, and this is why I wanted to kind of touch base on them. So that was the presentation on why I built the kit the way I built it. So basically, it's based in basically you got abdominal pain, and it goes in two. So you got adults, you got male, and female. On the female side, it kind of goes on two sides. You have the obstetric, which in pregnancy, which has their own issue, and I follow the books and stuff. And on the other issue is more the general stuff, and this is what I try to cover mostly in the kits. And so the next video will be what I have in my kit.